A very good evening from SRTV studio here in London. My name is Daddy Chris. Woo. It's a great day. A lot of story to be told. But it's a remarkable day in the history of Nigeria. Edo election has come and gone. What is your take? Now, of course, there will be people who will be happy today. I hope Dr. Charles will be here. He's going to be smiling. And the people are weeping. But there's bound to be that. But the only thing we asked, was this election free and fair? And if it is, then we'll be celebrating democracy in Nigeria. If not, what are we afraid of? What should we be afraid of? Personally, I have a lot of concern. I'm going to look at the Edo we are talking about. During the last presidential election, the Labour Party won the state. Today, there is no Labour Party in the state. Now, we understood that Labour Party have internal challenges. Could this be the plan, or that is how the people at the top want it? Because this guy, they can sponsor anything, but that would be speculation. I cannot prove that, and I shouldn't be saying that. Anyway, I have two powerful gentlemen joining me tonight as we're going to look at the aftermath of this wonderful election. But before then, like it or not, our First Lady is just celebrating her 64th birthday, and I think it's a good time to say happy birthday, ma'am. The country is now in your hands and that of your husband. We wish you a very, very happy birthday. And I'm sure many Nigerians are happy to see that you are 64 years old, and we are proud of you. You're a very beautiful woman, of course. But we have a little one or two questions, but this is not time to do that. Today is a day to wish you happy birthday. And as we begin to look at your agenda for the nation, we have a lot of things. You were a senator before you become this. Madam, we're going to put you down and ask you questions. If we don't, your children will, or children will. But today is your happy birthday. We just want to say happy birthday to you. And I hope you really enjoy your day. All right. Well, the show is about the aftermath. It's called the aftermath of Edo 2024. Let me show you one beautiful video. I don't know whether this video is current or not, but let's take a look at these two guys. They make a mockery of us, man. Look at these two guys. I think we should see this.
One blessing. Blue Jersey, I'm not just. Don't ask now, no testing. Don't call me.
You missed that. Let me do it one more time. This is Wike and
One blessing. Blue Jersey, I'm not just. Don't ask now, no testing. Don't call me.
One more time. This is Wike and it's
One blessing. Blue Jersey, I'm not just. Don't ask now, no testing. Don't call me.
Wow. That is wonderful. Almighty Wike and Oshomole. They're celebrating. I don't know whether this celebration is now of that, but it matches the occasion, so it doesn't matter. I just picked the video and I like it. I said, let me share that with you. But let me say one thing. There are two things I want all of us to look at. With these two gentlemen, these two powerful gentlemen, I'm happy they are not the same. They don't agree. I don't think they will agree tonight. So there's the beauty of it. I have Dr. Charles with me again, and I have Chikwanzo Anthony. They're going to be here. And let us take a look at what Dr. Chris will be looking at. One, I'll be interested in the action of Wike himself. Wike is still in PDP, but he was supporting the APC on this very election. Now, with what has happened to Labour Party in Edo State, and Wike is he an agent to APC now, or Wike is still in the PDP? These are things that raise a lot of concern. And are there no human beings in this People Democratic Party anymore? That is a question for another day. And maybe my guest will want to look at that. But I've been speculations going around that what happened to Labour Party might be the handwork of Baba himself, because Baba is this. But the overall question is Edo Lagos or not? Because they said they are not Lagos, but they are most likely like Lagos. But let's take a look at these two gentlemen. These gentlemen are here to join us. First, let's start with Chukwanzo. Chukwanzo, welcome to the wonderful show this evening. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you, Chris?
Thank you for making time to join me this evening. Thank you for making time. So, just quickly, Let me just bring in Dr. Shah so that we don't because I don't think there's too much time for romance. Let's do Dr. Shah.
Good evening. Good evening. Good evening.
We are complete. I mean, this is what it is. We are here, and the election is come and gone. Dr. Shah is definitely happy. His party has won.
I'm over the moon.
Yeah, see, Doctor.
You can see I'm popping my champagne. I'm celebrating.
Do you feel the same, Chikwanzo? Chikwanzo, are you happy? Nonso, sorry.
Well, I am happy. I'm happy. I'm sad.
Okay. So it's a mixed feeling. Because that's where the decree says, I am happy and I am also sad. I'm happy that the election, there's no violence, but I'm concerned with the news coming out. But let's congratulate you, Dr. Shah. You've won this election. Let's take it so. Are you happy? Because sometimes when you defeat somebody genuinely or by all crooks, by all means necessary, is that how you forgot it?
Well, we didn't defeat them by guns. We didn't point gun into their head. We defeated them in the poll. So that's what democracy is about. We went to the poll, exercised our franchise, and as far as the umpire is concerned, they said we won the election. So that's the bottom line.
Yeah, but so Noso have something to say there. Noso, it is election free. If the election, they said they won. How did they win? From your own book, from what you see.
Okay, Dr. Charles, I am sorry that you have to at least pardon most of my street manners because you said democracy. Yes. Democracy. You call this democracy?
Yes.
This form of election, you call it democracy. I'm really, I'm a bit disappointed that a gentleman like you will say democracy. With this charm of election, protest is ongoing already in the city of Benin.
That's fine.
INEC should do the right thing.
But
you get me?
So can I call you Anthony? It's easier. Nonso, I like to call you Nonso. Nonso, do they have evidence that this election was rigged? Because speculation is not evidence.
I'm telling you for facts. You can see the videos flying online. You see APC party agents buying votes. They are banking on the vulnerability of these people. You know, as in like I would say, I always tell everybody or tell anybody that kind of feel to be concerned that we are all part of this mess. What happened in Edo yesterday confirm that all of us.
Okay. So meaning, but you cannot excuse any party from buying votes. I'm sure the PDP, if they have the chance, they must have spent money. They would have bought some votes as well. Is it peculiar to only APC?
Okay.
This is peculiar to APC alone because one, the person that won, we also everything is said openly that when he was invited for an interview, he said he should be paid first. Is that the kind of leader that Edo wants? Well, just like I told you earlier, I am happy, I am sad. The reason why I'm happy is that Edo people have used their hand to purchase their life for the next 8 years.
Edo have enslaved themselves. They were telling me Edo is not Lagos. I don't know whether Edo is Lagos. Let Dr. Shah answer us. If Edo has become Lagos, or Dr. Shah
Edo is not Lagos.
Yes.
I have always maintained that Lagos is Lagos. Edo is Edo. Edo is a special state, the heartbeat of Nigeria. Yes, we do have some affinity with Lagos, but we're not Lagos. Yes, of course, the president of the country now have some background in the Yoruba extraction, but we are still not Yoruba. We are Benin. We are Edo people from the great Benin Kingdom. So that's our issue.
We all love Benin Kingdom because it's the pride of Africa.
Yeah.
But what is going on now? If it is true, Doctor, do you agree that external forces were involved in this election? At least Wike was there. What was he doing?
External forces has always been interested in all elections, whether in Edo State or in other state. They are stakeholders. In the last election, 2020, Wike played a pivotal role to ensure that Obaseki was able to get the mandate of the PDP. So he did everything possible, supported financially and otherwise. So there are always going to be people who are supporting. Even in this election, PDP governors came to support their own. APC governors came to support their own. So there are stakeholders because you also understand that Edo State, because of the importance of Edo State, so people, all political parties, PDP or APC, are trying to ensure that they capture Edo State. Beside APC, for some time now in the South, they've been lacking the president in South. So Edo State also give them a leg in South, so to speak.
So they are involved. Anyway, which they have the right
They are
to.
all involved. They are all involved
They
because
have
it's
the right
part of
to.
it's
Yes,
part of
but
the
as long as it is
APC
done
family.
legally, then yes, why not? To be fair, no. So if we know PDP have the genuine record for ringing. We know them from day one. Maybe they've been a bigger wallet came in this time, and PDP is not crying. Who are they crying to?
I think first and foremost you got to look at the results. Look at the result across the 18 local government area. You will see a pattern, a trend that shows that the biggest problem PDP had was that they were too overconfident of themselves. They relied on the persona of Asra Godaro versus the person they thought was not very educated or couldn't communicate fluently in Queen's English, was not polished enough. But what they fail to realize is that election is local. It's about local issues. It's about who can identify with the people. And those people have spoken. Of course, in every election, there will be some people who are aggrieved. The losers are always aggrieved. They will always cry foul,
Like
particularly in
what this young man
Nigeria's
say,
situation.
we're always crying. Yes.
Like particularly in Nigeria's situation. So there are mechanisms in place to address whatever issues they have. If they have the
Thank you,
evidence,
doctor.
of
So
course.
that's what I want to put this. Let me put this now to Nonso. Nonso, there's a maxim which says, he who comes to equity must come with a clean hands. All right?
Of course.
Are your hands clean in the PDP? Are their hands clean? Because we're here and they say, hey, look at this, but are your hands clean? Those of them in the PDP.
Dr. Chris, let me just tell you something. You can get me here. Quote me. Like, one, PDP masterminded rigging in Nigeria. We get me?
Yes.
Then APC came in to bastardize it, as in to bastardize it to the lowest of the low. How could you know that someone was leading
to cement it, to make it
to bastardize? They came to bastardize the whole process. How could you? You are 370,000 votes all of a sudden, just 8 polling units, and they manufactured. There was a polling unit that had just 263 registered voters. Then 134 was accredited, but the result that came out for that polling unit showed that 640 people voted.
No. I don't think
At least if Mahmoud,
there was no polling unit
Yakub Mahmoud,
where we have 6.
If Mahmoud Yakub would want to wriggle, as in want to behave, as in want to show his criminal attitude, at least he should be fair. He should be fair and just. At least he should be fair. At least have some little conscience in him. Secondly, why I'm happy is a kind of Edo people will keep on buying fuel for 1,200, just like every other Nigerian. Yes, because as in a normal sense, I don't see any right-thinking human being that will go to the poll to vote APC. Nobody voted APC. APC rigged the election.
No, like
The
a good
handwriting is
question. But
clear on
which
the
local
wall.
government are you talking of? No, so because when we talk here now, I will have to ask you this question: where is that vote?
Edo
Where
not.
did that vote come from?
Edo not.
Yes,
Edo not.
I don't
Edo
know.
not.
Okay.
Well,
For
well,
those
Go
of
and see
you
the
that
go
don't
and
know,
see
we
the
really
magic
want to know if
that came
that
out from
result
Edo
is true.
not.
Doctor, you are saying what he's saying is not true. Is that what you say, doctor?
of course, it's baseless. With all due respect, you have to speak with evidence. You have to speak with facts. First and foremost, the first misinformation. In the whole of the election that I monitored, there was no score ranging to 200,000, let alone 600,000 that you've just quoted. We know what took place. Majority of the votes were hovering around 130,000, 40,000, 8,000, 12,000, 10,000, and so on and so forth. So there was no way you could get 600,000 from any particular local government area. That's number one. Number two, we live in an environment where things are very transparent. The What was uploaded to the IRS, those evidence are there. These are raw data. So what you guys need to do, PDP, if you want me to advise you, which I shouldn't be advising you, is to collate those evidence and identify what the errors are. And you have within 1 week to put your case across. And after 1 week, INEC will then declare whoever has won the election. They've technically declared who has won the election now. You have to register your protest. Then you go through the election tribunal. Then you go through the court and so on and so forth. But I think we need to move away from this attitude of when whoever loses election just go ring, 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 ring.
I
But you
know,
guys
I know.
rigged the election as well. The question is who rigged the most in
Yes,
Nigeria? That's the way it is. You are saying buy vote, buy vote. You couldn't tell me that Obaseki spent over 6 billion naira to pursue this particular election that he didn't. Where did the money go? Of course, he's been buying votes. How do you buy votes? Sometimes people look at what just happened on the day of the polling unit. No, buying vote goes from the very time when you start buying things for people that you're not supposed to buy for them, when you start giving scholarship when you're not supposed to give them scholarship, when you start seeking borehole when you're not supposed to seek borehole, when you start patronizing a particular community because you want patronage from them. That is a systematic way of buying votes. But coming to this particular election, as far as I'm concerned, we won it fair and square. So
all right.
it's now up to PDP to congratulate us and to say thank you. You've done a very good job. Uh,
Yes,
up to the time when the election result was released, everyone was saying that it was a very peaceful election. It was an
yes.
orderly election. As soon as the
I
result
heard
came out,
Obaseki said that. Obaseki said that after he voted.
as soon as the
After
result
he
came out,
voted,
the
he
guy
said,
could not
but
sleep at night.
no, he made a clause to
Look,
that. The thing we know after the accumulation
yeah,
of the
but
results,
look
and
at
then
his attitude. Look at the attitude. Why should you leave your home to come to the coalition center when you have no business being there? That's another
I'm
way of
coming to
trying
it.
to muscle your way through because you think you are the governor of the state. I'm happy the way things have played out. If people want to protest in a peaceful way and register their concern, that's fine. But if they choose to go against the law, of course, the weight of the law will come to effect because we don't want anarchy. We're a democratic society. Although you said that is not what happened is
I
not
agree.
democracy. But
And,
my definition of democracy is that the people were given the opportunity to vote. Their votes were counted. If the people feels that what they voted for was not what was declared, there are other ways to seek redress as well.
no, no, and I like no. So I'm sorry. Let me use the abbreviation of that your name. I like the last part a lot. The
Yeah.
second also. This young man is asking. Say which one be fair? Eh? Nothing is fair in this country, let alone election.
Well, first and foremost, let's define what is fairness. What is fair?
Exactly.
Define it.
Okay.
What would
So,
you regard as fair?
doctor has really touched on a very important thing. There are different ways of buying votes. There are different ways of buying votes, doctor, and I will allow Nonso come in that. But before Nonso, you're gonna maybe you should answer that first. Nonso, don't you agree that what doctor said is true? That there are different ways of actually buying vote. By the time you now give people do favors because you know you want them to vote for you directly or indirectly, you got the
throughout
vote.
this election.
Yeah. Go on, doctor.
Throughout these elections, all the candidates will visit different communities, they will drop money. What is that for?
Yes.
All of them, did. Including my candidate. They will go. They all did. Of course, they go there and drop money. They say, we are seeing the leaders. We are seeing the head of the village. We are seeing the head of the village.
In our culture, there's something we wage cola. So if you wage cola with money for community, that is not a problem. It's a cultural thing.
But this is buying vote. You are trying to influence them to buy to vote for you.
No, doctor, if you visit me, I will present cola and wage it with money anyway.
Yeah, but if I'm buying you, how many people buy you cola for over 500,000? How many? That cola must be very expensive cola.
I know.
That cola with millions. No, so that must be.
He said that the expensive colas were shared during the campaign.
So what people are seeing as bad electoral practice is on the day of the election, the people, particularly the peasants or the poor people, come in, they give them 5,000, 10,000, and you say, oh, vote ringing, vote buying. The vote buying started from the day you were visiting your constituency. You were visiting different villages, and you are putting money down for those people. Basically, what you are doing, you're trying to buy their conscience. You're trying to influence their conscience. So that's my view in terms of if you want to look at it from equity point of view. You know, equity is about fairness. Equity is about not doing wrong. And so if we look at equity and justice and look at what is fair, then you will say that all of them, they are capable of not going by what a good electoral practice.
No, let me ask so are you PDP? Let's get one thing straight. Are you PDP?
Well, I would say I decided to stay away from PDP from the last general election. I used to be a PDP, I can't remember PDP, but I decided to stay away after the Wike saga and everything.
Okay.
Yes. And I want to help. Let me help Dr. Charles. Dr. Charles, nice. You live in London. Can you live in today's Nigerian APC? Can you confidently?
I'm in fact, to be quite honest, I'm getting ready. I'm coming home.
Dr. Charles, I pray you come back with your family and stay in this Nigerian APC. APC. I want you.
There's no such thing as Nigeria. Hang
You can't be in diaspora. You can't be in diaspora and try to, you can't be in diaspora and ask those here to keep on dipping their feet into fire, all because you are, you feel your friends, maybe the Monday Opobolo or something is quite close to you or something. But I tell you that he's a daft. He's a failure. Just like Tinubu. Tinubu, it was we know Tinubu as a failure from the onset, and this is where we are now with Tinubu. Same thing as Monday. Well, Edo State, like I told you, Edo State don't buy markets. The good thing is the kind of
when the Baba say you buy market, a big one though.
It's going to be a good market. It's going to be a good market. A good market.
We can see Obaseke is a product of APC. That was why he failed woefully. I was never a fan of Obaseke.
Yes.
In Edo State.
Yes. All right. So there's something going on here.
I can assure you that Okweru will be one of the most successful governors that ever ruled Edo State.
Daddy Chris.
Say Jesus' name to
Daddy Chris. Daddy Chris.
I can assure you.
Daddy Chris. Today is what? Today is
22nd.
Do you remember the last engagement we had like this during the presidential election
Yes.
with the APC guy. What did I tell him? That $1 will sell for 1,500. What is happening today?
Yeah, that's
$1 is selling for 1,720 naira. So you see, Edo States, I am happy because according to Dr. Charles,
yes,
Edo people voted for APC.
Yes.
So
whether the market they vote, whether they buy market or not,
so
their preference.
When the aftermath comes, please don't cry to us.
Don't cry.
Don't say pray for Edo.
Let me.
You cannot pray for anybody.
You.
If you watch, since the last general election, nobody is saying pray for Nigeria. Have you seen any hashtag pray for Nigeria? No. Do you know the reason why? We warned them. We warned them. So no, I don't.
Nobody's praying for Nigeria at this point.
Nobody's praying for Nigeria.
I think the
problem. Them as Edo, Ondo, and Anambra and Ondo now, they are the next. But
the problem with Nigeria,
we will never get it wrong.
Doctor, but do you agree that we are really sometimes we buy market in Nigeria? Do you agree, Doctor? This is
we buy market everywhere. We buy market everywhere in the world. Okay. In UK the other day, we voted a prime minister that crashed the economy within 1 week. So we get the different leaders.
We did vote we didn't vote that prime minister.
Well, we did.
She somebody. She crashed the election.
But the party voted her, and she crashed the economy. You know. But the point is this: if we are going to attack the presidency, we need to be objective in our analysis. Sometimes we excuse our governors. We excuse our governors from the ills of the country. We start blaming the president for everything that goes wrong in the country. Yes, the monetary policy, the interest rate, and all that has to do with the presidency. I agree with that. But what about all the allocation that is going to all the states? What about all the money that is pumped to all the states? What are they doing with those money? Are they investing it in where they are supposed to invest it? Why is it that educations, even the educations and some of those aspects that is not in the exclusive list that the states are supposed to be looking after, they are also not doing very well. We have to look at things objectively.
No,
but coming back to Edo,
let's stay here. Let's stay here first.
We have bought a good market.
Let me cut
and we are celebrating that market.
That's what I like.
I want to cut it on this. Doctor,
I want you, my friend.
You're making excuses for the president. They said when the head is bad, every other part is damaged.
Not necessarily. As a president, you can have somebody that is brain dead and is still producing children.
Did he lay down?
Doctor is biological.
What precedence does he lay down? He came in. The first thing he did was to buy a private jet, a private yacht, and change from the regular Macy's Beast. Every other past president we are using, I went for an Escalade Beast. All in the name, he was just looking for legitimacy. Till date, he hasn't gotten that legitimacy. He still remains a drug baron. A drug baron is a drug baron.
Okay.
Let's
get our facts right.
Nothing good comes out from APC. APC has nothing to offer.
Let's stick to the facts.
They don't buy market.
We bought very good market. That's why we are celebrating. We bought very good market. That's why we are celebrating.
Let's stick to the fact.
But let me tell you what is wrong with Nigeria. Nigeria is not isolated from the rest of the economy of the world. There are other economies of the world that is going through similar thing that Nigeria is going through. Nigeria economy was overheating. And Nigeria, the biggest problem we have across both the federal government and state government, we all rely on oil money coming in. And when the oil money fell, you remember before COVID, the price of the crude oil fell quite significantly. That affects us. So we are, in a way, we are susceptible to any oil volatility.
But is that an excuse for the president, Doctor? When the doctor that could do
Let me
anything.
finish. Let me make my point.
Okay. All right, sir.
The point I'm trying to make is this: the president have to take some drastic action to stabilize our country. Unfortunately, that means having to go for IMF loan and all these sort of loans. And all these loans have conditionality. One of the conditionality is for you to disvalue your currency and to make your currency more attractive. And I think another thing that I want to point out is this: all the presidential aspirants during that last election, including Peter Obi, including Atiku, all pledged to remove subsidies from oil.
Yes.
All pledged
I don't think
to
Nigerians
ensure
are
that
against
our
that.
currency.
Doctor, we are not against.
They did.
Doctor,
I don't think Nigerians are against subsidy.
Doctor, Peter Obi never said he's going to remove subsidy. He said he will first remove the corruption in subsidy. Go and check it. Go and verify. It's out there.
Okay. No, so let's get one thing clear here. We're going to talk about the Nigerian economy later. But I want us to finish this election. Then we'll come to the performance of Tinubu. Let's talk about the performance of Tinubu in this election. Doctor, let's look at his role.
I don't think Tinubu didn't even appear. He didn't even come.
Yes,
he didn't even come to Edo State.
I know, but this is a question here. Doctor, now I'm going to ask you. Yes, it's a conspiracy theory, whatever you call it. But the news reaching us is that the let's start with the Labour Party.
The rumor reaching you.
Okay. Well, I think I'm allowed to drag in some of them into this program. The rumor reaching us is that they intentionally, that the presidency intentionally disorganized the Labour Party so that the presidency is looking at 2027. So that Peter will not even have a ticket. Look at, before that we should not expect that Peter will have a ticket. This is what I'm thinking. Doctor, let me finish with my theory first. The attempt to disorganize the Labour, because Labour won, it is directly from the presidency. Now, when it comes to defeating Obaseki has so much collecting in his I think that guy is going to jail. I can tell you that. I don't think anybody's here rightly saying Obaseki is a saint. But you guys bought the vote. Tinubu is coming 2027. Edo is a priority. The man is not going to sit down there like this young man said now. Do you think Tinubu will be in Aso Rock and PDP will win Edo State? Seriously? Then you don't even know the kind of president you have. Do you agree with that?
What they say in politics, they say a day is a long time in politics. So you are talking about 2027. I pray that 2077 he reaches 2077. Who knows what's going to happen in 2025, let alone 2027.
But Doctor, you start for 2027. You don't start 2027 in 2027.
But for now. For now, let me just address some of the things you said. You said he purposely destabilized Labour Party. If he's able to do that, then he's a political genius.
Of course he is. That's what the game said. He is. We know that. Doctor, we know that they can share beavers. There's people that could share beavers, even with beavers.
The essence of a good political strategy is to disorganize your opponent such that they are not able to have any positive impact on your possibility of winning. So if he's able to do that, then kudos to him. It means that Labour Party, the problem with Labour Party is that Labour Party as an institution doesn't have the sort of taproot that you would expect a political party to have. All they have is the obedient movement, which is good. And most people that are in the obedient movement are not necessarily members of Labour Party. They are there because of Peter Obi, not because of Labour Party. Once that obedient movement, if it's presidency now, you'll be surprised the turnout, how Labour probably will do well based on the fact that a lot of people want Peter Obi to be president. But when it came to local issues, when it came to local parties, look at Lagos, for example, during the last election, what happened? Peter Obi won the presidency. He won Lagos State during presidency. But what about during a state level? Who won? APC won. So there are different trajectory, different permutations.
Doctor,
the way we analyze
Doctor, yes, Doctor. Being a political genius does not include using Wike. Let's come to Wike, please. No verse. This man, And this is one of the trouble we're having in the country. He's still in the PDP. No, so
yes.
He's still in PDP. We saw what he did to the Labour Party during the election. I'm talking 2023. And you guys left him in the PDP.
Yeah, but the guy can be in PDP.
I'm not blaming you, doctor. Doctor, this one goes to Noso. Noso, you cause your misfortune. Maybe you now buy market with Wike. No, we'll be talking about how Edo buy market. Noso now buy market with this man.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. That decrease.
Yeah.
Wike. Sorry, like I don't call him Wike anymore. I call him aspiring Hitler of Obiakpo. Just like my elder brother Delefaro to me will say, the aspiring Hitler of Obiakpo. Okay. Wike, you see, is already a demented, and in fact, he's not politically as in upwise.
But he's a rogue. He's election. Wike is on the path of winning.
Wike is a tool. Is a tool for Togri in the election. That's why Jagaban was able to buy him over, and his activities in Edo State as of yesterday showed you that. That's why I said, why is Doctor saying democracy? Democracy, where you have 35,000 police personnel deployed in a state, all because of election.
That was a very good move. Everybody's commending that move. Everybody's commending that move.
Flying helicopters around Edo State as if Edo State was going to war yesterday.
Yeah, but it was a good move because that helped to secure the state. There was no incident. There was no incident of violence. There was no incident of gun violence. It's part of deterrent.
Why is it that APC only show us the power of our police and military whenever it comes to election, but bandits are busy sharing money on TikTok, doing giveaway on TikTok with their account number, and they could be traced. But on election day, you will deploy 25,000 personnel.
Yes. I really, doctor, two things I want to know. Yes, Wike is a nightmare to the PDP. I'm happy not to know that. But can you people in the APC even trust this Wike? And number two, using Wike to win election, is that a political strategy?
It is a political strategy.
A demon.
Every political game, you use what you have to win.
That increase
and where you operate down. That's what you do.
APC is synonymous to Togri and violence. So Wike is a good bait for them. They can have him.
No. Listen.
They can have him.
I think we can have a match.
But is he carrying your party? Is he carrying your party? I think he's still in the PDP. What is it? I don't know human being to stop him or to kick him out of the PDP.
Why would they kick him out?
I have to stay off.
Doctor, why would you keep him? Is he gonna be working with Jagaban in Aso Rock? In Abuja, and he's supporting PDP. Who does that?
He can work with Jagaban. There's nothing wrong. It's not the first person that has been appointed from across another party for a political position. But the fact is this: I think you are looking at Wike in terms of what he's doing now. Why don't you analyze the incident that led to Wike behaving the way he's behaving? There was a gentleman agreement in PDP that the presidency should not be zoned to the south. Yes. And that the presidency should come to the south or the east. But this guy, what's his name? Atiku, usurped that gentleman agreement for himself, to come out himself, reduce Wike and all the rest to the background. And these people, they are not fools. They are also political strategists. They had to fight back and to be relevant. You know, politics is about your own personal interest.
Doctor, the truth was, Wike did not leave the party as at that time. He was hoping to get the vice president. It was when the governor of Delta State defeated him. That was when he decided to leave. He was hoping that it's going to be the VP.
Governor did not defeat him.
So he did fight for the South side. Doctor, you gave an analysis. I want to follow that up.
The governor of Delta State did not defeat him. Again, Atiku, with all his short-sightedness, decided to choose governor of Delta State rather than choosing somebody that would have helped him to secure the whole of Rivers State, secure most of the other part of the South State.
They were going to lose anyway. They were going to lose with him. Anyway, doctor, what we're saying now is So when you say that, because the analysis that Wike was fighting for that the power should come to the south was not. It's not true. He was fighting for himself. We saw that when
Yeah,
when
but
the,
that's
when,
it's
when
part
we
of the
lost that,
South. It's
he
part
was
of the
ready to be
South.
no. Wike was ready to be vice president to the northern president. So let's
That
not
was
talk about that.
when his original plan failed.
Yes.
You know, there's nothing wrong for somebody to be aspirational.
Yeah, oh
People
no,
have
I
to
don't know. We're
aspire.
saying
But as
does he no, but don't prove him to us that he was fighting for us, those of us in
he
the south.
was fighting
He was
he
fighting for
was
himself.
fighting for the South because there was an agreement in PDP that the
Yes.
power should move from the north to either the south or the east. That was the agreement.
Yes.
But this guy guillotined that agreement and went for and sought to represent PDP as the presidential candidate and eventually won. And that pisses some people off, including Wike. So if you look at it, instead of the antecedent, you look at all the things that have happened. You can't blame Wike for trying to position himself, and he's positioned himself very well. He's still relevant compared to some other governors that lost, or So as far as I'm concerned, it's a clever politician.
What is relevant, doctor? What is relevant to
We're
you?
talking about him now. Are you talking about this man? What was his name? The person, the man before him, the young man before him, who also wanted to
Okay.
be president.
I forgot Odili.
Not even Odili, after Odili. The guy
Oh
that
yeah,
handed
Rotimi
Rotimi Amechi. Are you talking about Rotimi Amechi now? No.
Amechi was then. I was it
Yeah,
was
but
playing
it's not a yesterday person. But
yes,
Wike
true.
is still relevant. Wike is still relevant in the political scene.
Same way Wike will still be a yesterday person after he has been used by the APC, achieve what they want to achieve, because he's a thug, just like I told you.
Well, most
Once I
politicians
come out openly now and say I am a thug, I've got the backing of 10,000 thug to rig election for APC. Bet me that decrease the next 24 hours, I will have 100 police, 100 mopo, 50 armies, 50 navy guiding me.
Yeah, but
that's just APC for you.
No, so
yes,
now you agree in this platform.
Let's stick to the facts.
Yes, I agree.
And have a matured discussion.
I agree with Doctor here, but let's and I like what everything leads through now. We do agree that all the political parties, APC, PDP, even the Labour Party, they are all party to this. They're disappointing us one way or the other. Even within the Labour Party, there was a big internal fight. That's what brought this man, this tick lawyer, I call him a tick lawyer, to hold that ticket. So if you can disorganize yourself or betray the people like that, and if somebody bigger like the APC now betray you, why are you crying down to us? Let's take the case of Obaseki. Obaseki was able to take the whole state when the power was within his reach. When he was within his region, he was able to win all the local government. Nobody asked him questions. Nobody could ask him. So
100%.
Yes, all the people that voted for the Labour Party, none of them are still alive. Everybody just shift to you. Amen. Then number two, look at the way he disgraced his deputy. Come on, man. So if Obaseki had the chance, he would have done more evil than this. Why should Obaseki be coming to us now for help? No, so
I don't think it's
Obaseki himself. Obaseki now knows that from the day one that this election was about to kick off, everyone knows that Obaseki is going to fail. PDP is going to fail. Because why? If this ticket have gotten to Shuaibu, I bet you APC will be nowhere near. APC will be nowhere near the ballots. It will be a landslide victory for PDP.
I don't think so.
Immediately,
the internal politics. This man, we will not see this man for prison. Not going to survive prison. No. Doctor, look at this, your brother. This one going to survive prison.
No.
Doctor, this one doesn't look like somebody who can survive prison. No. Look at.
Well, first and foremost, you are a legal person, so he's innocent until proven guilty.
I don't agree.
For
the purpose of this show, I'm not a legal person. I'm just a presenter.
So he's innocent until proven guilty. He has not committed any crime as far as we are concerned.
I know.
Being a governor is not a criminal offense.
No, it's
so now it is now up to the people around him to amass whatever evidence that they have against him and put it to the right authority.
So, doctor, you make me run away from that image because you just put you put me on the road there. No. So, but let's look at your governor elect.
Okay.
He's here to Dobale. When they say Edo, this is what this young Nonso said. They Edo don't buy markets. You said no lie. Edo not buy markets.
I want to help Dr. Charles. Dr. Charles. Yeah. Dr. Charles.
Yeah.
What is this?
Monday, Opobolo will skate through and rule Edo State for 8 years. Yes. Did you know the reason why?
No.
He never promised anybody anything. He never said, I'm going to build road. He never said, I'm going to provide a...
No, of
course. Just like Tinubu. So...
No. He had a 5-point agenda. Did you read
that? He never made those comments himself.
No, he didn't.
Oshomole was the one making the comment for him.
No, whether he made the comment directly or not, that is the party manifesto. And that party manifesto was presented to the electorate. On the basis of that formed the contract between him and the electorate. I think he's an honorable man. This picture, as far as I'm concerned, this picture to me shows humility. This is a sitting senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, following the cultural edifice of his own community, and bringing himself down to the stage to say, "Look, I'm here to serve you." But now that he's governor, every other person that is standing here will now becomes one of the people that will work for him, because he's technically the head of APC in Edo State as we speak. All these other guys, they are all under him as the head of APC in Edo State. The power now reside, the executive power now reside in him. So it is now up to him to dispense his duties, carry out his obligations in a free and fair manner, in such a way that people will, so that his legacy will be crowned with success. And I'm very sure he's going to do well. He's an noble man. He means well for Edo people. I've read the 5-point agenda. I have followed it judiciously. I have scrutinized every aspect of that 5-point agenda, properly executed, and with the people that are surrounding him now, I have no doubt whatsoever that this man will make a very, very brilliant governor for Edo people.
But let's say, when we say we want the people to be see, they want to be accountable to us, not to people that you don't value for. You see, you call this humility. Yes, sir. I agree. But this is the fear. We know the money exchange hands here. These are the people that help you to win the election. They're gonna come back with something. It's nothing goes for nothing, doctor. We know this. These are not stupid men. They didn't give you money for fun. They want something back.
The president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, when he came to Oba Palace, he knelt down for the Oba.
Yes, of course.
That is culture. So what you are seeing here, what you are also seeing here is culture. Does that mean because he knelt down for the Oba that he's now under the Oba of Benin? Of course not. Of course.
When you are in the palace, you are under the Oba of Benin.
Yeah, but he's just following tradition. He's following. When he goes to Emir of Kanu, he would do likewise. When he comes to Robo, he would do the same thing. When he went to Onitsha, he would do the same thing to the B of Agbo and all the rest of it. You know, this is our tradition. Our tradition is that you have to respect our way of life. It doesn't bring you down. It just makes you to be humble and to show a degree of humility. And I respect him from doing this. This is something that Obaseki couldn't do. Obaseki was too arrogant. He was too full of himself. He thinks power resides around him. He forgot that power is transient. That today you are a governor, tomorrow you will be nobody. Look at what happened to him during that coalition. He was sitting there alone with his hands, closed like this, crabs together, thinking, my goodness, what have I done to myself? Regretting, because nobody stood by him. Everybody deserted him. That is the essence of power in a functioning democracy. When you are in position, people rally around you. By tomorrow, go to Osadebe Avenue. You'll be surprised that the people that were trooping there or throughout the whole of these years, you will not see anybody there anymore. It will be a lonely place for the man. I feel sorry for him, but again, he's done well. He's done 8 years, so he will not allow his legacy to speak for himself. I'm sure they
Doctor,
are. Yeah.
Doctor, is this now? This is the picture reaching us is the His Royal Majesty, the highest Reverend Oba Edo Uku
Yeah,
Okolopolo, the
Oba
Oba
Atokwe.
Tokwe. The man is jubilating here. Oh. This message is reaching
No,
us
no,
today.
no. I don't think this is the. Come on, man. Why are you doing this?
I don't know.
Our,
I don't know. I'm sorry.
our Oba,
I
our
don't know
Oba,
whether this is
our Oba is beyond politics.
okay.
If if PDP had won, this picture probably was taken long time, not just recently. But
Okay, then this is of my team, man. They're gonna cook me in trouble. Let me take that quickly away because
yeah,
but I would like let me see keep the place the platform burning. I got some beautiful
but
images.
this is an hallmark of a true leader, a man that is humble. You know, I mean, what differentiates Jesus Christ from other religious leader? He came
A
in.
man
He
that is
was
humble, a man that is
Jesus
yes.
Christ
humble
will not lay it
in
down
what
for
manner?
people to help him to win the election.
No,
Dr. Charles,
Jesus
come
Christ
on.
was washing the feet. He was washing the feet of his disciples.
Yes.
That is the
This
that
man
is
is
the
he go and wash the
dirtiest
feet
part.
of the poor people.
Hang
He's
on,
not
that
to
is the
what the Jesus
dirtiest.
Christ did not wash the feet of the rich people. He washed the feet of the poor people. This
That's
man
what
is
I'm
not here
saying.
to wash the feet
That
of
is
the
a
rich
sign
people.
of humility. That's what I'm saying.
For
That's
the
a
rich
sign of
people, no.
humility.
If you want to wash the feet, you should go and wash you should go and double it for the people that voted for him, the poor old men that came out.
But
That is what I want to see him do. He's
I'm
not to
very
come and
sure
do this
this
for this
picture you
for these
took,
people here.
this picture was not taken today. This picture was not taken yesterday. This picture was probably taken a long time ago. But you are using it to score some point that okay, the man is got a few
They
people.
brought no, they brought it to me, and
By
I
by
present
by
it.
tomorrow, the
No,
guy on the red cap will be calling this man your excellency, sir. That is
I
the way
agree.
power works.
That's it.
You know,
I,
he will
I,
start taking instruction.
Doctor,
He will
I
start
almost
taking
agree with you
instruction
there.
from him. That's the way it works in
Okay, doctor,
Nigeria.
but let's come to us now. Let's come. No, so you are here. Doctor is here. Let's talk sincerely. All right. This is our country. We need to move forward. Certain things has happened that we know that need correction. Doctor started today by throwing stone that the on a good day we only throw stone at the presidency. We don't look at the activities of the governors. You understand? And that is a mistake we're doing as a country, and that needs to be corrected. How do we let me bring that one so that we leave the president? I want to leave Tinubu alone. How do we address that as a people? I want to hear that really from both of you.
Okay, can I just speak on this? Doctor said we are blaming the president and leaving the government out of it. As a head, you have to lay the example. I like the fact that you said the whole three candidates in the last general election, they said they're going to do away with subsidy, right? Remember that also among those three major candidates, only one person said he will cut down the cost of governance. But trust the Nigerian politicians with their big pot bellies. They can't sacrifice a dime for the good of the masses. Until we get it right from the head, before we can start talking about the tail.
Now, what I wanted to ask Doctor is, Doctor, yes.
We run a federal system of government. And in that
Yes.
federal system of government, there are aspects where the federal government is responsible. Those are the exclusive lists. We have other lists, the concurrent list, which state government and other people are responsible for.
Yes.
And we also run a system where every month the federal government is dishing out billions of allocations to the state, and the state is not accountable for all other money is being used. Money is coming to local government. Until recently, the state will force local government to even take over money that is supposed to come to them. But Tinubu has made it now that the money that is paid to local government will be going straight to them rather than coming through state government. That is a very good.
That's a good one.
Policy.
We commend him for that.
It means that the essence of cascading local governors to the barest minimum to the grassroots is entrenched in that. But think about it. In the windfall, the money that has come to Edo State, money that has gone to River State, money that has gone to Delta State. Those money is even, there are some countries in Europe that don't even receive that money, and yet they are better off than this state puts together. You
All right,
you you must
doctor.
start to ask
Yeah,
yourself,
doctor. I
what
think
are
I'm
the
going to support.
emojis?
I'm going to support you there. But let's say this now. I am the president. I become the president and I said, oh, I'm the minister of petroleum because that is where the money is coming from. And everything I do is money coming from petroleum. Which moral stand or which moral ground do I have to say to the next governor, hey, this is what you're supposed to do when I am supposed to be showing them good example? If I am
That's
sticking
not
to
it.
But
petroleum
you
and
haven't, but you haven't, but
doctor,
you
do you agree
haven't.
with me that the president could have made money for Nigeria other than petroleum? Is he doing so? So
But
if
that's
we
a
say the
different.
president is
What you are,
guilty,
if
the
you are
president
saying
should show a
that
good example.
if you are, well, it depends on what you mean by good example. If you are saying that the presidency or the president has not diversified, I think there's some distortion coming to your system.
Yes.
If you're saying that the economy is not diversified, that I will agree with you.
Yes.
We need to move away from our uh, mono economic to a more plural economy where we ensure that we're not susceptible to all this international money fluctuation and so on and so forth. That I agree with you, because we are relying on oil.
No,
Any
so
little
could you check
shock,
your phone?
any little
Check your
shock.
microphone.
Is it coming from me?
No, it's coming from Nonso. Please check
Okay.
your sound system.
Right. Any little shock within the oil market or international market will have negative impact on our economy. So we need to diversify our economy. Diversify could be horizontal, it could be vertical, but we need to be able to diversify our economy. We need to look at other
Sorry,
we need to
doctor.
look at other aspects of our economy where we can gain some sort of competitive advantage over other countries. We also need to look at how we trade more with our neighboring country within West Africa and other places where we can develop regional linkages more with all these people rather than looking to the West most of the time because of foreign exchange fluctuation. So we need to look at that. We also need to borrow an idea of what Russia is doing with the BRICS economy, where they are trying to move away from the international financial system that seems to make some country very poor and other country very dependent. We need to look at all those things, but these things need to be looked at holistically on industry by industry and so on and so forth. We were at one time trying to regenerate our steel industry. We spend a lot of money on Jakarta steel plant and all these things. These things are not productive. We need to revisit those areas. When the president came, I saw a lot of investment that went into trying to revamp our refineries. But I'm a bit surprised things are a bit quiet down and they've allowed Dangote to take over. But that's fine. Competition is good. Competition brings out the best in everybody. So as far as I'm concerned, Dangote coming in is good to stabilize so that we can have source of foreign exchange. The reason I think Noso said something earlier on that our foreign exchange is very high. Of course, it will be high because we don't export anything. The only thing we export is oil, and because we don't export anything, we buy most of the things that we import. So we are vulnerable to exchange rate fluctuation. We are vulnerable to other monetary policies across the world. So, but those are different arguments to be had in another
Yes.
day. But the
Yes.
most important thing is that let's capitalize on those aspects where we have comparative advantage over the West. For example, food. We can produce raw food and import and export it to the West. I live in London. Go to Peterfield Market, Petticoat Market. Every day you think you are in Africa. You see raw food coming there, raw yam, raw all tropical foods are coming there. But why can't we prioritize that so that we become a food basket for the rest of the world? Even if we don't become a food basket to the rest of the world, why don't we try to feed the whole of Africa as well? Send food to those places where they are not able to feed themselves and make foreign exchange from those areas. Sometimes we tend to look at most of these technological goods rather than capitalizing on the
Yeah.
primary product
You
where
just
we
talk
have.
about the comparative advantage, doctor. I like that. But doctor, I think we can have that discussion before Nonso come back because it's coming to fight. for the PTP. But Doctor, you just bringing a very interesting topic. My take is very sad. It's very sad. I take a little bit of the statistics and I watch the premiership in the United Kingdom. Not so it's bad. Yeah, the premiership in the United Kingdom. That premiership generates 5.6 billion pounds yearly. 5.6 billion, about which is half of our annual budget. Nigeria, as a country of 300 something people, only premiership generates half of our economy. And we are a nation of 200 something people. If we make football a business,
can I shock you?
More money than yes.
No, I think it's deeper than that.
Okay.
We as Nigerians were not patriotic. We're not patriotic at all.
No, that's
we don't
not.
We don't love our country. We don't love our country.
Patronize what where there's money.
Hang on. Let me tell you. We have the Nigeria League. Yes. How many of you wear the Nigeria League jerseys?
Doctor, have you Nigeria League?
You see our people wearing Chelsea. See our people wearing Man U. You see our people wearing Man City. How many people here? How many white people here in this country wear Enugu Rangers jersey?
Can I tell you this, Doctor? Can I say this? And I have to defend Nigerians here. You sell things to people. Do you watch Nigerian League on television? No. Doctor, can I finish? The only reason, Doctor, you are taking an excuse. You are getting it wrong. The only reason we know about Premiership, it is brought to our face. It is in our face. It is on our. You go to everywhere in Nigeria, you see people watching Premiership. When you can even watch Nigerian football on Nigerian television, what is NTA doing?
When I was growing up, I used to go to Ogbe Stadium.
Thank you, sir.
When Bender is playing,
now you're talking.
When all these people are playing, we had pride. We had pride in our football teams, and we wear their jersey.
It was so to us then.
But now, an average politician would rather be watching Chelsea than to be watching local league.
Of course.
And a Nigeria came here one time. He wanted to buy over. Was it Chelsea? He could not even invest. He could not invest in his local league.
No, but country, doctor. Let me say this. Let me tell you. I think you're being unfair to Nigerians. When we during the CAF, during the last African Nations Cup, we all supported Nigeria. Nigeria was in our face. We watch it on television. Every Nigerian was supporting Nigeria. So it's not true that we don't support our own, but they have to be presented to us.
Okay, can I test your patriotism? How many football team can you name in Nigeria?
And this is what I'm saying. That to say is the fault of the system.
But how many football team in European League can you name?
A lot. Because it's so to me.
The fact is that we need to start thinking that our own grown team are just as good.
We need to monetize. Doctor, let me tell you this way.
It's all about patriotism. It's all about patriotism. When American athletes, look at them anywhere they go in the world, they wrap themselves around the American flag. They cherish the American flag. They honor the American flag. They are proud to be American. But the people that run Nigerians down are Nigerians themselves.
No, doctor. No, it's not true. When we all supported this guy, Toby, during the Olympics, we supported her. During even the last Olympics in France, we were looking for Nigeria to win. We are patriotic. That is not true. The thing is, this league has not been sold to us. Nigeria. Okay, doctor, do we play Nigerian music? Doctor, do we play Nigerian music? Do we love Nigerian music?
Nigerian music because Nigerian music has internationalized.
Good. But it was why are we not internationalizing our football?
Hang on.
Why not do that to the other sector?
It is through the hard work of few people that created that opportunity.
Okay,
it was not through the investment of very rich people. Very rich people did not invest in these young people.
Amen.
These young people went through it through the hard way, and they made a name for themselves. And
you know what I said? I was actually blaming the footballers, those of them coaches who had gone to Europe and made money, and they didn't bring the football home. They are dumb.
I wouldn't blame them. I wouldn't blame them because if the Nigerian league was well financed.
No, it's going to create the Nigerian league. Is it that decrease? They are in the league. They've experienced league here. They should have brought it home.
But you and I can create it. You
Doctor,
can
how?
You
Doctor,
can
you know my proposal.
You can devote a program that analyze Nigeria league and brings the best of the Nigeria leagues.
See,
league.
doctor,
And you can also look at, you
I've
can
designed
profile,
something better.
you can
Doctor,
profile the footballers.
doctor,
You can
let me
profile
tell
the
you.
I feel sick. I feel sick when I go to restaurants and I see everybody rallying around Chelsea, Mayu, Mayu, Mayu. Come on, man. How many Mayu know about Enugu Rangers? How many of them know about Bender Insurance? How many of them know
No, so
about all the
your
football in
network
our
is still
country?
shaking on us. So can you restart your phone and blink and come back? Because the noise is really disturbing.
It's all about patriotism. How many of us buy made in Nigeria products?
We do, doctor. Doctor, we do. We wear Nigerian clothes. We wear Nigerian clothes when they need be. I eat Nigerian food here in London. It's not true that we don't like Nigeria. Doctor, no,
No,
let's be sincere.
you eat
Eh?
tropical food here in London, and most of those tropical food are not even coming from Nigeria. They are either coming from West Indies, or they are coming from Brazil,
No,
or they
doctor,
are
I
coming
just
from
ate
other.
yam. The yam is West African yam. The
No,
goosey I
most of
ate
those
came from
yam,
Nigeria.
I
The
can tell
the
you,
granite
most
I
of those
just showed now
yams
is
are
from
not
Nigeria.
coming from Nigeria. For goodness sake,
The
they are
granite
not.
and Nigeria home.
I have a friend that used to run a grocery and shop. Most of those things are not coming from Nigeria. Even to the extent European country have to legislate for banana not to bend. Any bend banana will not be imported to Europe, and none of us said anything about it. These are
Doctor,
discrimination.
now you are talking about you are excusing your president for with the government. Let me put another simple one.
I'm not excusing them.
I brought football. Thank God you are in the academia here. Universities in the United Kingdom, higher
Yes,
institution in UK generate
yes.
50 billion
Why?
because they monetize their system. Is it
No,
is any
no,
university here better than Uniben? Better
no,
than University of Ibadan? No.
because we create the perception that the best universities in the world are the Western University. And we create the perception that qualification issue in Africa and most of these countries, they are
Doctor,
inferior.
that is not
I'm in the
true.
academic
That is
field.
not
I'm in the
true, doctor.
academic field. I see what plays out. I'm
Yes.
telling you, I see what plays out.
But doctor, but it
If
will be so.
I present a certificate from Oxford University, from Cambridge University, from London School of Economics, from all these other schools, and I present it to an employer in international scene, they are more likely going to employ that than somebody that brings a qualification for University of Ibadan, because
Yes.
of this ideological view that
But
anything
doctor,
West
the children
is
are no more
better.
in school, unlike before. Children are no more in
No,
school in Nigeria. You
no,
can see Nigerian graduates today, they don't want to
but
study.
I teach in university here, and I see our students competing with the so-called Western people as well.
Yes, when they're here.
Sometimes even
But they
excelling.
study here, doctor. In
Sometimes is
Nigeria, they don't
excelling.
study.
I see our doctors that are
Search for
trained.
grade that destroyed us. Lecturers looking only the assets of our children,
Forget about
taking
that.
money from them. Eh,
I see our doctors that are trained, in Nigeria, being
yes, well
respected
then.
here to come
Yes,
and practice here.
they
And
do well.
yet anything that is coming from our side, we tend to play it down. We look at them as inferior. We're not proud of
No,
who we are. In fact, let me
doctor,
tell you,
it's not patriotism. Oh.
we need to look for a made in Nigeria. We need to bring that proud. I like that slogan that went on one time. There was this rebranding of Nigeria, where people would say, "I'm proudly Nigerian." So that anything that we do as Nigerians, we here should be proud of who we are as a
No,
people.
we are.
The
We are.
people
Doctor,
that
let me
run,
be
the people
fair.
that
Let
runs
me
us
be fair,
down,
Nigerians here.
go to social media space. Anything bad about our country is what they display there, But there are ills of other nations. There are a lot of things that is going wrong in UK. There are a lot of things that is going on in America, going in another country. You don't see those people. They don't see those people demarketing themselves the way we demarket our country, the
Yeah,
way we
I agree,
devalue
doctor.
our country.
Yes,
So
but
there's
doctor,
something wrong.
yes, nobody is excusing that. But doctor, you see, let me say this. My people say, now waiting you do for me, now go make me carry you for where you day. You
Not
understand?
necessarily.
Doctor, Nigeria has
There's also a say,
disappointed the young people. I
think
cannot
not
blame
what your
Nigerians for this.
there's a saying that think not what your country can do for you, but think of what you can do for your
But
country.
doctor, even God there, even God, when you went to church today, the only reason you happily go to God today is because not they tell you so think of what you can give to God. But God, you are expecting God to do something for you in return.
Of
If
course,
God is not going to do you, is going to bless you, you will not be going to church on Sunday.
I
Nobody does
agree.
anything without expecting something, even with our relationship with God.
I agree.
Even our own relationship with the person that created us. We demand.
I agree.
So, doctor, Nigeria has become a useless entity for us. Sorry.
You see the way you've just demarcated the country now.
Yes, I have to, doctor, because by the time you carry a part,
no,
this is what I saw from doctor, they called me a few days ago from Libya. Go and see our daughters there.
Yeah, but prostitution is the oldest profession in the world.
No, it's not prostitution. It's the way they maltreat us there, doctor. Prostitution is one thing.
Yeah, if they are maltreating us, it's because of the fact that we don't value ourselves. It's because of the fact that our government is not
with them at home. You don't allow. I'm not the one that demarcated Nigeria. It's Nigeria demarcated themselves. Because if you treat my sister anyhow, I will deal with that sister at home, but I will take her home first. Nigeria owes those children a duty to take them home.
The point I'm trying to make is this:
yes, sir.
Is that we Nigerians need to start thinking about what is good about our country, and sell it to the world. We should start praising what is
my
good.
My take is this: we should be making money as a people.
Hang on a second. I think my battery. I need to reconnect my battery. Just bear with me.
Let me bring this back. Let's go on a quick break. These people are celebrating, doctor. This way. I never knew he would honor me this way. I never knew he would honor me this way. Honor me this way. Thank you, Jesus. You see, this is the thing that surprised me about Nigeria. They even call Jesus. You know, where man, I love you guys. So I love Nigeria. You called Jesus for rigging the election. You know, I saw what Obodiwori and Okowa did. You know, they went to the field, successfully ran the election. They sent this man to his village. Where's this former SSG? I think what's his name now? They sent the day home. The day was crying home. They went to church. I said, God has done something for them. Is it God that ran the election for you? This is what you're doing now. This guy, they're making a mockery of us. Let's go on a quick break. Doctor, don't go away. We'll be right back. Today is a big day. I want Noso back. Noso is coming back. Noso will have the battle with Doctor because I cannot handle Doctor. He can only defeat me always because I can't defeat this man. But the truth is, we have a problem. Nigerians were not unpatriotic people. We love the country. That's why anywhere we go, we look back to Nigeria. Yes, we talk down on ourselves. Some of us have low IQ, and Nigerians are well-traveled more than any other country, maybe ourselves for greener pasture. We disgrace ourselves most of the time. Sometimes I'm afraid to even identify myself as a Nigerian. But hey, if the country is doing right, we associate with the country. With Nigerian music, we associate. With Nigerian movies, we do. Come to see Nigerian fashion, we do. I dress Nigerian. We're not ashamed of Nigeria. It's only these areas where the government continue to fail us. Who's going to be proud of you when you continue to fail us? Let's go on a break. Tinubu should have started by saying, I want to be Minister of Agriculture, not Minister of Petroleum. What is it doing with Minister of Petroleum? Wouldn't it be so bad if Tinubu is the one spearheading, making sure that we grow so much food, like Dr. Charles just said, and we send it to the rest of Africa? What is he doing in Aso Rock? Which moral ground will he have to talk to the governor of Edo State now you have to grow agric? There should be Edo farm. When you could not have Edo farm. We could not even have a Nigerian Airways who can tell Edo now to have Edo Air. We're coming to that. I'm staying with Dr. Charles. He's an economist. Don't go away. We'll be right back. Right after this break.
Find your sanctuary in the heart of the city. Live the life you deserve in an exquisite apartment. SRTV Luxury Shortlet Apartment, Lagos, is a place where your comfort is rest assured. Welcome to SRTV Shortlet Apartment, part of the prestigious SRTV Real Estate family. Why choose us? Prime location, nestled in the heart of Lagos, close to key attractions, business hubs, and vibrant nightlife. Modern interiors, fully furnished, stylish apartments designed to provide the ultimate comfort. Luxury redefined, vacation perfected. 24/7 security. Enjoy peace of mind with round-the-clock security and CCTV surveillance. Top-notch amenities, high-speed Wi-Fi, smart TV, air conditioning, fully equipped kitchen, and lots more. Perfect for business travelers, family vacations, romantic getaways, special events, and more. Book your stay today and experience Lagos like never before. Call +234 8143 582856 or +447 438893 or email us at realestate@superiortelevision.com. SRTV Chocolate Apartment, where comfort meets luxury.
Welcome back. Welcome back. This is the aftermath of the Edo 2024. I've been with Dr. Charles. Of course, he's celebrating tonight. We're just giving him a little bit of heat, and he's strong. He can defend anything. I don't know, Dr. Charles. I never knew Dr. Charles is a good marketer. I only know him to be an accountant, and he's been my accountant for years. Doctor, I never knew you're a marketer. Sincerely.
We do what we can to survive.
Yeah.
When part of the programs I did, when I came to England, I did an MBA way back 1995. So it encompasses all parts: marketing, human resource management, financial management, operational management, and all of them put together. So I'm also a chartered marketer anyway. Maybe you didn't know that.
Oh my God. All right, so that's why you could market Tinubu, because that's a very easy thing to market Tinubu. I market APC at this difficult time. So, yes.
I recognize that the country is going through a tough time, and I feel for the people at home, because I have my mom is still in Nigeria. I have younger sisters and siblings and all that in Nigeria, and I know what they're going through. So I'm not going to pretend as if they're not going through a really a hard time. But at the same time, looking at the economic policy that is being pursued by His Excellency President Tinubu, I think if we allow just for a little while, a little more pain, you will find that, like I said in another program the other day, we're bound to start reaping the reward. Because up to now, you can see that most of the major multinationals, they are leaving Nigeria because they know the economy is heated up, and the economy was face flat. I don't want to go into why we got to where we are. The truth of the matter is because we were also under APC government. I think the last APC government did not do very well when it comes to the economy. And so the aftermath of that is what Tinubu is picking up. So it's not so much
So Tinubu doesn't have so much to, not too many people to blame. Yes.
Tinubu just came in and is picking up the pieces, and he could not blame his predecessor because it will become it will create problems and all that. But I still think that give him another 1 year, and Nigeria will come back to
Doctor,
its former glory.
two things I have two issues with Tinubu's government. One is communication.
Okay.
I think the president of Nigeria should be a pastor. Somebody
Right.
who can sell ideas to us, tell us what is going on. That's what I'm doing this. Follow me. This is what I'm doing on a constant basis, talking to Nigerians and making the ideas so known to us. I am very convinced that Nigerians will even contribute to it. It's about talking to us. They don't talk, doctor. And I get this kind of person you just elected in Edo State. And I'm very sorry for Edo, my buy market. Not because he's not a good person, but he can't even communicate. Just like Tinubu, what are you going to do with such a person as a leader?
Under normal circumstance, if you have a good leader, you see the problem, because we build institutions around the leader, around one single person. So if that single person is failing, then we start to cry wolf. But what we should be doing is to build individual for an established institution, such that the individual comes in, becomes like the head of an orchestra who is just directing things. Not necessarily that if you don't see that leader, nothing works. If the economy is going pear shape, Tinubu. If my mom cannot eat in the village, Tinubu. If price of oil, price of coconut has gone up in my village, Tinubu. If my local transportation is not working, Tinubu. It shouldn't be like that. We
But
should
doctor,
be we should be
doctor,
blaming those local institutions.
no, I agree, doctor. Sometimes we want to, but listen, had Moses not come up, the children of Israel would have still been in Egypt. Sometimes you need Moses to not Moses
Yeah,
was not the person fighting the war, but
yeah,
Moses was the person encouraging. He was the one
but,
communicating. He was the one showing the
but
way.
we
That's
don't
what we need a
necessarily need
president to do for us or a governor.
revolutionary leaders all the time.
No,
You might also have some leaders that will come
depends on the language.
to maintain status quo
Yes,
and
yes,
have some sort of incremental change. We're
yes.
not looking for the leaders that will come for flux, that will
Doctor,
look for what we call a radical
doctor,
change.
doctor.
You know,
I'm just looking back now. Tinubu came out. Sometimes I don't know what like I said, you're really trying defending this government. Tinubu came. The country was not good. I agree, but he said we should go back to the old national anthem. And you know what is old national anthem for me, doctor? This is Nigerian old national anthem. Nigerian Airways
it's
is
a
our old
graduate.
national anthem. All right, doctor.
Listen,
Let me see this. This is Nigeria. This is Nigeria. This is Nigeria we used to know. And this is the old. This is Nigeria. You know, this is Nigerian shipping line. This was Nigeria, we know. Tinubu could not take us back to this. He said we should sing our national anthem. And you expect somewhere like that, the Chris, to be clapping for him, it's going to be hard.
then what you have to do,
Economically, the man has failed Nigeria. He became Minister of Petroleum following the predecessor who has failed us woefully.
right? What I will advise you do, rather than using your program to criticize, you can use your program to start professing solutions to the myriad of problems that we have in the country.
I've done so a couple of
You
times.
know, to bring
What I've done so.
great minds,
Mm.
bring out great minds in particular area, in aviation, in transport, and all that, and let them start to dissect what is wrong with Nigeria. What are the solutions? Package these solutions, and with your exposure and your connections on televisions and all that, you can start to educate people. Before you know it, this education will go to the presidency and people who knows and who will recognize what you are trying to do. The biggest problem I have with we Nigerians is that if you bring 10 Nigerians in one room and say to them, what are the problems of Nigeria? They will tell you all the problems that there is. They're not short of how to analyze our problems. But put the same 10 Nigerians in the same room and say, okay, what is the solutions to this problem? You'll be surprised. No single solution will come out from that
Doctor,
room.
you know me. Nobody can be so loving Nigeria more than me if I'll be organizing in
Oh, I'm
Nigeria.
not saying you are not loving Nigeria,
Yes.
but I'm
No,
just
I'm
saying
just
that.
saying, doctor. And doctor, in terms of providing solution, you know what I did? Let me say this, doctor. And I want to say this to Nigerians so to get the thing clear. Why I'm very disappointed. I have Nollywood with me here in Nigeria, in the UK. We talk about how to move the industry to the next level, and we identify some issues. I asked a couple of questions, doctor. Do you know? And you know the question I said to Nollywood? You are like Nigeria now. You guys make movies, and you allow Netflix to sell the same movie you make yourself to Nigerians. That's the irony. We produce oil, people sell the oil back to us. What is wrong? Who is Netflix to come in between? Why don't we have Nigeria or this to? I don't know Nigerians who can do what Netflix is doing now. Look at the South African company in Nigeria making a hell of money from the same industry.
Yeah,
Mind you, the
but
African magic don't make movies. It is the same movie made by Nigerians that they sell back to Nigerians and make the money to South Africa. And
so
I
what
was
you
worried. You know what they said to me, doctor? Let me
know,
just tell you this, doctor. You know what they said to me? Oh, the government is not listening. And I said, no, do you need the government? And I said, what is NTA doing? Can't NTA do the job? Netflix is doing better. Netflix NTA have the highest reach. They don't even have the program. So what is wrong if it's NTA actually taking this movie and showing it and making money from adverts and paying these people? That would have been big. At least the Nigerian Television Authority would have been useful. It's not. Anyway, doctor, I'm going home to go and present that. That's
now
one of the things I
what I
said.
will advise I
Yes.
will advise you do, run all this program you're talking about, do a serious program, run serious workshops, let it be covered by all these people, let them see what they are not seeing. Some people will not even see what you're saying. Let them know that look, it doesn't take rocket science to be able to create similar institution like Netflix. We have geniuses, we have programmers at home, we have
Yes.
these young
They're
people
there.
who are very savvy when it comes to tech. We
Yes.
have all these technopreneurs at home. It's just a question. Sometimes it's just somebody trying to channel those their ideas, those their creativities, those their skills to say, look, why do we have to go to Facebook? Why don't we call another Nigeria book or African book so that we can start to.
We don't even have YouTube. No, as of
That's
today,
what I'm
this is what I
saying.
said
But
to
that's
them.
what I'm saying. But because these are tech companies, and those tech
Nigeria Tube.
companies, and sometimes it doesn't take a lot. It's just programming, and we have a lot of
Nigeria Tube
programmers.
is too easy to have. All you need is a bank. It's a data bank. And you know, doctor, there's a governor that was coming to Delta State during the campaign. You don't have the privilege to talk to all the governors of the candidate. The guy was saying that he's going to make that one of the things he's going to do is to create a data bank. You know where most of our data goes? Where are they? All these things you drop in YouTube, who keeps them? You know, he's thinking of creating one. And when you have that, then you can actually have Nigeria Tube, which is going to compete. And in fact, it will get YouTube out of the market. Of course, we'll be alive if we're going to kick them out.
If you were to start selling your ideas, like you're saying now, you start marketing this idea. You might even be surprised you don't need government. You might just find a venture capitalist who may say, "Well, this looks great."
Doctor, I have issues with that. And that's what I want to discuss with you, because I'm happy it's not me and you talking economics. I have issues with that. Doctor, there are some of these programs I have in my head. I don't want a private person to run it. I want it to be run as a social enterprise or for the interest of the country or the government running it, and they will not be intending to make too much money out of it. But all they're going to tell me is, in the past, government has not been able to do business. That the government is lousy doesn't mean that socialism is a bad idea.
But it's not a bad idea. But what motivates people, what motivates entrepreneurs is the returns on their investment. Social enterprise is good.
And that's why the government is the best person to do this.
But social enterprise in most cases does not energize people who are rent seeking.
Doctor, what is wrong with the government? What is wrong with the Edo State government doing it?
Yeah, but somebody needs to sell it to them. Somebody needs to link you to them so that they can see what you are seeing. At the moment, they can't see what you are seeing. If I say we can make money from Netflix, maybe this guy have never even heard of Netflix before, or maybe he uses Netflix just to buy the movie he wants to look at. Yeah. You know, he has not looked at the economic side of Netflix. He has not looked at how Nigerian movie we can add value. To look at the value chains, how we can add value through different processes that are involved, both from the production.
Doctor, you're going far. Let's talk about this. This is the one that is really touching me. You know, these children kidnapping us.
Yeah.
In the bushes, they could be footballers. Doctor, imagine if today, this is what I said to them. There's a guy that came on my show. He was in charge of the league in Benin. And I told him, listen, I want you guys to film all your league in Benin. I want to put it on my channel. And they were excited. And I was so sad. And I'm asking, what is NTA doing? You know, NTA have no programs.
No, you cannot.
They would have created the program just for that.
You cannot go for NTA. What you could do, if that is your area of interest, is to buy them good enough cameras. Most of NTA cameras might even be obsolete. I might be wrong.
So that's not true. You have good professionals at NTA, and my office is there. These guys are there, doctor.
But maybe because it's government business, a lot of people are not interested.
That's it.
So
and I said to government, if I'll be telling you, you're not giving any money to NTA. Thank God my office is there. They have a problem with me. You don't give these people money. They can make enough money, and they will make billions. NTA will make more than what the whole of television is making in UK. And you know how much BBC makes in the UK? Televisions in UK. Doctor, they're making so much amount of money, they make 3 times our annual budget.
I know, but everything is monetized.
Doctor, that is what we're saying. What stopped us from monetizing? NTA staff are going home hungry.
You cannot give what you don't have. You cannot do what you don't know. Somebody needs to draw their attention to it. An entrepreneur or somebody with technical savvy or somebody who has insider knowledge about a particular sector like yourself is the only person that can go to the right person and say, look, this is what we can create from these particular ideas. We are sitting on a gold mine. Let's work on this.
Doctor, you know what's so shameful? Yeah, I agree with you. So NTA Diversify, you know what they do? They have one program in Yoruba. This is our destiny. There's a program in Yoruba, there's a program in Igbo, there's a program in Hausa, but they don't have a program for football. Yeah, I'm saying there's NTA Yoruba, NTA Igbo, there's no NTA football.
Yeah, but it is now up to you to see that there's a gap. There's a gap in that provision. Then, because you have link with NTA, and you can then use that link to say, look, there's something that is missing here. Let me work with you people, partner with you people to develop this. If they agree for you to use their facilities to be able to create that particular program, then you can then start to source for private capitals.
No man,
that will
the
help
money
to
is there,
fund it.
doctor. The money is even there. The stadiums, you know, the funniest in Nigeria, all these politicians. So I want to build stadium. I want to build stadium. They're gonna be happy because the stadium are useless, doctor.
Yeah,
In fact,
because they are
doing what
not.
I'm saying, we monetize all the stadiums in Nigeria, and then people kidnapping us. We have jobs, doctor. Imagine the number of people in the bush. They should come out and play football. All we need to do is package it and sell it.
I
It's a
understand. I
win-win for everyone.
understand. But you need on people with entrepreneurial mind to be able to look at the pros and cons and come out with these sort of programs so that people, you can even do crowdfunding. You don't even need NTA sometimes. You can do crowdfunding, you can do all sorts of things, but you got to package it. It's a bit like you're selling a product.
I know.
You're selling a product, you got to package it so that people see where the money is going to come from, the long-term prospect of this business venture. And once people are happy with this business venture, the ideas you've sold to them, you can start to get investors come in. Dangote. People funded Dangote to become who he is.
Yes,
So we just need to be able to get access to people who are able to make things happen, and we sell these ideas to them. Sometimes when we sell these ideas to the wrong people, particularly people who have no vision, they will kill it. They are vision killers.
Oh, of course, they even go and steal it, and they don't know what you're talking about.
But
And
they will, even when they steal it, they will not be able to implement it.
That's what I'm saying. They will bastardize it, doctor.
Yeah.
I've done a lot. I don't. Doctor, let's leave this people. Let's talk about Edo, because here we are in Edo State. Now you have a new governor. You see what we say now at the top is possible at the state.
As I'm talking to you, I'm watching Arise News, and I'm getting a bit worried because Shomole is taking over the show. You should allow the new governor to speak. Anyway,
when I say when I buy market,
no.
When I buy market.
No. It will take a couple of months when the guy has settled down in his position and is comfortable. You will start to see things changing.
Look at somebody said here. I can't wait. Okay, crypto. OP Crypto is saying that we need a parliamentary system of government. I don't understand why we do that. I think the system we have now
the parliamentary system of government is cheaper to operate.
Yes, doctor. I don't think we have problem running
the presidential system of government is too expensive. It replicates industries, it replicates ministries across different states and all the rest of it. But it's supposed to be good because it brings democracy closer to the people.
No, it's not even democracy. If they all make money, only the Ministry of Sports, doctor, only Ministry of Sports. When we're talking, I'm talking of football. Ministry of Sports can monetize all our stadium. In fact, there's too much money to come from only sport ministry, but they're all hungry. You know what's so painful, doctor? Your lecturers, as who go on strike, they're asking for peanuts when they are supposed to be earning 4 million, 5 million naira. They are going for strike for peanuts.
But if you think that football can help to generate a lot of resources, why don't you put together a program and we start to look for key stakeholders in government and other places that will link us to the right people?
I can assure you that football will not only make more than what the Premiership is making ×3 for Nigeria if we do it, and it will be one of those things you cannot even imagine. And what I'm so happy about is it will create job, doctor. Even with the and I need NTA because NTA is already there. And again, the same thing I said now. I need NTA. I need the stadium, which is the state. The state will participate because everybody want to compete. They just finished one. Guess what happened now? They just finished a sport activities in Delta State. You know what? They just spend all your money. There's no recourse that this thing we're doing now. We bring 2 naira to the state or to the people. No, it's government money they just spend.
No, because it's the way they think.
And then it's the
way they think. I wouldn't say it's stupid. I think it's just the cultural norms in that place.
No, it's not the culture, man. People are hungry. You're spending people money on roads.
No, the cultural norms is that federal government allocation comes, we spend it. We wait for another month, federal government allocation comes, we spend it. We just go through that virtual cycle. But if we start to talk to these people and say, look, you can actually invest some part of this money. You can actually borrow some part of this money and invest in something.
So, with this new market I get now, doctor, let's really stick to the market because we don't run away. Let's come back to the new market. are we going to have Edo farm? Because you know that where that Edo State alone can make so much food that will feed the whole of Nigeria and feed the world. Many Edo State will be making a lot of money. Do
Well,
we have plan for Edo farm?
we've just won the election. I know there was one of the manifesto promise was a complete revolutions of the agricultural industry, and also to develop agripreneur, which is entrepreneur in agricultural sectors, and also looking at agro-ally industries and looking at different aspects. Those were the promises that were made.
Doctor,
So,
I know you're
yeah,
going to watch and rise television. Let me ask you this. There's one man that look at one boy, he's look at his son. The boy eye bulb is always red. They smoke it. He said, but boy, before I go like you, this your eye bulb go the white. Because this red is in the 20 me. Until our governor start to think. Are we gonna
nah,
hope doctor, what does it take for Edo State, for instance, for this your new governor to say, okay, we're gonna have Edo Air? An
nah,
aircraft
I
they're going to
think,
buy for small money that will take
yeah,
people
but
from one
it
place
may
to the
not be
other. You
able,
have airport in
but
Benin.
yeah, it may not be able to sustain it. The guy is coming into a government that is
Doctor, what
highly
is he not sustaining?
is
Is it going to
hang
be
on, hang
free?
on. He's coming into a government that is highly indebted. Oshomole borrowed a lot of money. Then Obaseki borrowed even like a lot more.
This guy should be in prison, and he's
Edo,
celebrating.
Edo
It's not
State
like the one does it here.
is the third most indebted state in the country. Uh, we have a state governor who was very proud to say I paid salaries, but he was borrowing money to pay those salaries. He was more or less covering up his house so that people don't. There's no anarchy.
They
So
deserve
all
prison.
those things are going to be a problem. So when this allocation comes in, you will now find that large proportion of that money is going to servicing loan, both internal and external debt. But I would still reach out to him. I was able to speak to him up to a couple of days ago. Now that he's now a governor elect, I hope that he doesn't change his, you
Sometimes they no
know,
more pick the calls. That's what Dr.
I know,
was
I know
talking
that
very nice until he
his
became
PA,
governor. Yeah.
will be. But looking at him, and I haven't spoken to him, I think a lot of people will be shocked. He's a man of his of.
That's what we pray for.
It's not a pushover, and his mind is set. He wants to make a difference, both in Edo State and in particular, he wants to impact lives. So that is probably where the challenges might come, where some leaders might want to go right, he wants to go left, and so on and so forth. But if they allow the man space to breathe, then we should be okay. I'm very optimistic that we're in for um,
Not be one chance.
no, it's not one chance there. But if things start to fall apart, like you normally find, if we start to see Wike phenomenon, then of course, you know what happened those sort of things happen. But at the moment, we're going to see a lot of people popping up, trying to become godfathers, trying to become. That is Nigeria politics. Unfortunately, it's nothing to do with APC as such. But there are those of us who will also be trying our best to advise him, lend him our little experience overseas and expertise. As long as he listens to the like of us and other people and surround himself with the people who can, not just people who tell him, Governor, you they do well, sir. You are, I'm lawyer, sir. My leader, I'm lawyer. My leader, I'm lawyer. But people who can tell him that, look, the water system is not working properly in Edo State, fix it. So and so market is not working, fix it. Where waste are not collected from the market, fix it. So if you can surround himself with people who are not just yes men, and people who also will be able to tell him that, look, this is your compact with the people, this is what you promised the people you were going to do, and you are not doing it, then we stand a chance to be able to achieve a lot more, because he's a young man. They're probably these no his deputy is going to be the youngest deputy in the whole country.
Yeah.
So these are very young people. So we've been crying out for the young generation to take over the mantle of leadership. Now we have it in Edo State. Let's hope that they don't mess it up. And I pray, and I'm very sure they will not anyway. People like ourselves will be breathing down their neck if they do. But we are optimistic. At least we've been able to remove one tyrant from our state. Obaseki was becoming a ridiculous tyrant, even though he was doing a lot of good things. I have to raise my hand up. There were a lot of good things that man was doing, but his behavior, his relationship, his human relationship, his interpersonal relationship, his what's that word? What they call it? Emotional intelligence was second to none. He was fighting everybody. He fought people in PDP, in APC. People thought it was Oshomole and co that were trying to play godfatherism. He went to PDP. We started fighting the same people again. Then he started fighting the presidency. Wike helped him. He started fighting Wike. He has fought almost everybody, even your Delta state. Up before the guy that was there before, what's his name?
Okowa.
Okowa. He was fighting him. So the guy just came into government and started fighting everybody. He started fighting one of our oldest traditional institution, undermining our traditional institution, trying to unseat our traditional institution, trying to bring the whole system to disrepute, going to presidency and all that. Come on. No, who does that? So the system paid him back. Now he will go back and realize that he had made a lot of mistakes. He made a lot of enemy for himself. And I'm sure there are a lot of people who are willing to come up now with evidence to nail him. Because, well, I just pray that he's able to look back at what he's done. The mark of a good governor would have been he has done his 8 years. He will quietly either go into his private life or do whatever he wants to do, or continue to federal and all the rest. But that is not on, because he surrounded himself, or he made too many enemies among the people. And a lot of people in 2020, people rally around him like nobody else. Oh, do not be Lagos. We will not allow Tinubu to impose somebody on us. They spread a lot of rumors. People believed them, both people overseas and all that, because I was in the opposite camp then. It got to a point I couldn't even go to our social gathering anymore. There was a lot of hatred. There were a lot of attack on my person, because they thought we were fighting the man. We would, he must have his second tenure. But barely 6 months after he won that election, all those people that voted for him suddenly realized that, we voted for the wrong person. And so it became a problem for him and for all of them. I'm glad about the outcome. There's a lot of expectation, a lot of things in the shoulder of these young people. Let's hope that they're able to address what do you call it, digital problems with digital instrument rather than analog instrument.
With the analog.
Yeah.
Let's play. So, Doctor, thank you very much for spending
Been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure.
Yes,
I think we need to start exploring
there are some other areas we need
specific
to
sectoral problems.
Yes.
Let's try to get the best brain in UK and in the diaspora to come in, and let's rub mind on how we can make
I'll
our
come up with a
country a
couple of
better place
programs.
for us.
Like I talk about it, some of them, but I really want us to rub minds on it and then look at it, come up with a communique, set it up and let it happen. This was my disappointment. And I said this to Peter Obi. Peter Obi, this is one of those things with our politicians. They come, they sing, and once they don't win, they go back. But Peter would have been the leader now. And Peter said to us, okay, Peter is not liked. It's like in the international community, among Nigerians, we love him. If Peter had said to us, Nigeria, we don't have aircraft. Now this president is not going to give us one. I'm going to do this. I'm going to set up a venture that will be run by me, supervised by me in my own office, because I have an office. And I want all of you to invest. We're going to get aircraft branded Niger Airline that will take Nigerians from the UK to Nigeria, from America to Nigeria, and within Nigeria. Peter, they will be making a lot of money. Peter would have been more popular today. What is he doing? He's waiting for 2027.
Yeah, because that's the way the politician thinks.
And that is my confusion.
Most Nigerians politicians only think about power. They're not thinking about investing.
In fact, Doctor, even impacting lives. You said you're going to do this. Do it without getting to the office.
Yeah,
you don't need to be in office to do it.
They don't think like that, especially our Nigerian politicians, from what I've seen.
And that's where they have problem with me. And I keep saying it. I'm not supporting Peter for some
time
because
of that. The problem they usually have is that they felicitate with the people when it's closer to the election. After the election, they disappeared.
They withdraw.
One is
And,
6 months to
when
the
they have, when
election
Peter has
or a
made
year
this
to the
amazing
election.
name, what are you doing
Yeah.
with it? You know, Doctor, I'm just feeling so sad that he has made so much name, so much impact. Instead, what did he do? He allowed it to die off.
I think somebody like that needs, needs people like you who think outside of the box. Often the people that surround them sing the hallelujah boys and
Yeah,
girls,
people, yeah.
hallelujah men and women. So they just tell them what they want to hear. They are not critically analyzing what they are doing, what they are not doing wrong. I will always say that a clever politician, once you lose an election, you sit back, analyze what you've done wrong, and remedy those things. But our politicians keep making the same mistake over and over and over and over. That's why I say Wike is a smart politician. He's still relevant.
He's anyway.
Love him or
Among the
not him,
cycle, yeah.
He's still relevant.
Yes,
That is federal capital is like a governor. He's a governor of federal capital,
of
whether
course,
you like it or not.
he is. He's a big
So
office.
you may call it administrator, but he's a governor there.
Yeah, he is.
And he's not doing badly there.
No, he's doing money. And he has a lot of budget, a lot of oil money to throw
Of
around.
course.
Doctor, thank you very much. We're going to have more time
pleasure.
on this. I really want to spend more time to analyze some of this issue with you, Doctor. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Once again, congratulations.
I
will end the show with the dancing from our people here. Let's see.
Mercy, one blessing. You just say I'm not just don't ask
I love that, Doctor. I didn't know these guys are good dancers. Congratulations to you guys in the business.
I never knew he would honor me this way. I never knew he would honor me this way. Honor me this way. Thank you, Jesus.
Who don't believe in Jesus? I don't have ambassador Jesus. Then, Doctor, let's say good night.
Good night.
Have a beautiful evening, Doctor.
All right, you too. Yes.
All right. So, people, that is where we're going to draw the curtain for this special edition. The election is come and gone. Yes, people are happy. They're supposed to be. People are supposed to be sad. We know that Tinubu, Baba, we're not going to be able to say, but we know that you did a lot from above. But that's what you're supposed to do. You want to win the 2027 election. If Peter Obi know what to do, he should have been setting up institutions and start to rule now. Peter, you have ministers all over the places, working in different ministries, setting up institutions and making money. You see, you can make money for Nigerians. Tell them to invest. Peter, you start housing. Those of us in the UK, we want to have a house at home. If you set up a scheme that allow us, in fact, you don't even need that, because young real estate agents are all these estate developers, they are doing amazingly well. If you go to them and say, this is what I want to do, I want to come in between here. That between the people in the diaspora and you guys at home, I'm going to encourage Nigerians and even those who are non-Nigerians to come and have a home. I will guarantee the banks. They let them pay mortgage like we do here for years. Because what is available in Nigeria and they want you to pay in 3 times. That's impossible. But if you can make people pay for 2, 3, within a period of 10 years, for them to get their house back. And after some years, they can actually rent the house out. The day you buy it, you rent it out. Everybody in diaspora will be grateful to you. Peter, you will be the new God. You'll be the one that Jesus Christ actually handed over to. Not this one you're doing now. I don't know where you're coming from, Peter. I thought you are a smart man. And you're not going to win election by winning Tinubu. Tinubu that bought election when it's outside. You're going to win him inside with money? No way. The only way, Peter, you can be relevant and you will win the election. Tinubu will even be confused before that time comes, is to work with Nigerians now. Put money in their pocket. And that is what I believe. That's my belief. It's not true that it's always right, but that's my belief. I know Peter would have been. I support Peter. I'm still supporting him because he's the only one that think a little bit outside, but a little bit. He didn't even know what he was saying. But Peter, this is exactly when I say that when the government say that we should move from sharing money to production, that is what it means. I am a big fan. I'm a socialist. That the people, they say government is not effective at running the business doesn't mean that the business is not good. No better person can run the business of farming for the benefit of the nation and for the people and making money for the government than the government. What you're going to tell me is the government doesn't know how to do it. Put people that can do it. Give them the challenge. Communicate. A pastor communicate better than you. Peter, how can a pastor do better than you? Jesus Christ handed over to you. You said you are Peter. Then be the Peter. Peter came and he was preaching the gospel. Preach prosperity. True prosperity. Not the one they said they do in the church. Preach true prosperity by putting money in the pockets of Nigerians, helping them to do business with their own money. Not even with your money, Peter, with their own money, because they're the one to invest and they're the one making money. And you'll be making money, the country will be making money, services will be available for the people. May God bless Nigeria and may God bless you, Peter. I send this message to you as I end this show. It's unfair that I'll be talking to Peter on this show, but I just felt that that's what God said I should do. I have done it. That's where I'm going to say let's close tonight. I am very proud of you Nigerians. You guys are great people. And I really want to see a better Nigeria, a greater Nigeria. That's why I sit down here from morning, every morning. Tomorrow I'll be here again to talk about the Wake Up Show in Nigeria and to talk through the news. And this is all I talk about. A better day for Nigeria. God bless you. And God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And then God bless the United Kingdom, my host. This is where I belong right now. Goodbye. Good night.
Looking for a home away from home in Abuja? Look no further than SRTV Shortlet Apartments. Our fully furnished apartments offers everything you need for a comfortable and relaxing stay. Unwind in spacious rooms with exquisite ambience. Cook delicious meals in our well-equipped kitchen and relax in our comfortable sitting rooms watching your favorite shows. And guess what? 247 Wi-Fi available. But that's not all. SRTV goes extra mile by providing a car to take you around town during your stay. No need to worry about navigating public transportation or hailing taxis. Explore Abuja at your own pace. Book your SRTV Shortlet apartment today and experience the perfect blend of comfort and convenience. You can reach us by calling this number.